Tuesday morning. And what are we doing this morning? We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk everything going on. And of course, the transfer window closed officially by 12 a.m. today. Now, of course, it was 11 p.m. for English fans talking about England. And of course, it was 10 p.m. in Germany. But of course, in Nigeria, it was 12 a.m. And a lot went down on deadline day. But of course, that's what we are here to give you, the rundown of what happened on deadline day. And of course, even before then, I am your host, Uchenna Diana Onobogu, your Wonder Woman on the Sports Drive. And let's keep the ball rolling. Yes. Let's talk about what is happening in the African continent, about Nigeria ourselves, talking about the Golden Eaglets. Yet, CAF has decided to dash the hopes of a lot of Nigerians, and of course, talking about our youth team, the under-17 national team, by refusing to admit that Nigeria had qualified. Not really refusing, but Nigeria has not qualified according to CAF criteria and standards. Now, the Golden Eaglets came third in the West African Zone B qualifiers for the AFCON Under-17 tournament. And after beating Ghana in third place match, only the first two, talking about the two in the finals, that will be Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, they are the ones that qualifies with an automatic spot in the Under-17 games. But Nigeria came in third, and that is not part of the criteria. And now it has been said that Manu Gaba's side finished third at the Wafu B Under-17 Championship last year, winning bronze medal after a 3-2 victory over Ghana. But however, like I said before, only the top two are going through to Morocco 2025. Yes, everything is happening in Morocco. And in the recent weeks, despite the rumors that have been going on that Nigeria might qualify, in the end, CAF has made it clear that Nigeria is still yet to qualify. Whether there will be an expansion to 16 teams or not, Nigeria is still yet to qualify for the Under-17 AFCON tournament. And of course, even though that we are still praying that somehow something will happen, this is football. And talking about the expansion of the team, now in recent weeks, we know that there has been a change to the under-17 FIFA World Cup format from the FIFA's new format for the games. And now it is supposed to reach every continent and confederation. But CAF so far has not made any announcement on it yet. Everything is still as it is. If you did not qualify through the automatic spots, you are not yet in the AFCON Under-17 games, because it is still not announced that there will be any change. And so far, countries and teams that did not make it through automatic spots still remain where they are, as third place or still losing in the group stage. Now, still talking about Nigeria, there's something else we have to talk about. Yes, honoring of our Super Eagles legend, talking about Taye Taiwo. Yes, our Olympic Marseille have officially inducted retired Super Eagles defender and legend Taye Taiwo into their club of legends. Isn't that amazing? Now, Taye Taiwo is one of the greatest left back we have in Super Eagles history, I would say. And he's registered 54 caps and appearances for Nigeria between 2004 and 2011. Now, the 39-year-old that has actually retired, he has been inducted into Olympic Marseille Club of Legends. He has been inducted into their Hall of Fame as one of the greatest to play in their club. Now, when he moved to Europe, we know Marseille was his first stop, and the former Super Eagles star made a big name for himself with 6 years in Olympic Marseille, having registered 25 goals, 23 assists in 271 appearances before he left for AC Milan in 2011. And now, of course, Olympic Marseille has decided to say a big thank you and induct him into the Club of Legends as one of the greatest to play for the club. Now, let's not actually think he's the first Nigerian or the only Nigerian to have played for Olympic Marseille. We have other Nigerians that have done that, but so far he is the legend that they have decided to honor. Now we have a Wilson Oruma that was also a midfielder for Olympic Marseille from 2005 to 2008. Now we have Joseph Yobo himself, talking about the defender himself. Joseph Yobo from 2001 to 2002. He spent a year with Olympic Marseille before moving on. Yes, and we have Victor Agali, who actually stayed 1 year as well from 1996 to 1997 before leaving to Sporting Club de Toulon. And with this, we are saying a very big congratulations to Taye Taiwo. You have done well and you keep doing well. And of course, if all clubs decide to honor their legends, I'm pretty sure that a lot of Nigerians and former Super Eagles players will be all over the news. As we say, this is a very, very good development. And Olympic Marseille have announced it in their club, on their club website on Sunday, that they have inducted Taye Taiwo into their club of legends. Now, let's talk about what happened in the transfer window yesterday. And before yesterday, of course, now the transfer window has been open since January, but yesterday was officially closed. Yes, it has been officially done with. We know that there is no more transfers going on. Anything happening now is just a rounding off of formalities that have been going on before deadline day and before the window was closed. There are no more transfers going on unless in countries that their windows are still open right now. But for the top leagues, talking about Germany, Italy, the Serie A, the English Premier League, and of course the Spanish La Liga, it has been a window closed affair. Yes. And let's talk about the Nigerian players that have been involved in the transfer window so far. Whether the deals went through or not, you would get it here. Now let's talk about Leicester City boss Ruud van Nistelrooy, who had given a positive insight and update about the Super Eagles player, talking about Wilfred Ndidi. He's not for sale, he has said, and even though he's still having injury issues, he is still a key player of his team despite the interest from Atletico Madrid and Monaco during the transfer window. And of course, we heard about what happened with Boniface and Al Nassr. Yes, it is, of course, known that that deal is off and has been off even before the end of the transfer window. Now, Victor Boniface has committed his future and, of course, his entire loyalty and playing time to Bayer Leverkusen. Now, we know he extended his contract before the deal with Al Nassr came through. Yes, he extended his contract with Bayer Leverkusen by an extra year, which keeps him at the club till the summer of 2029. Now there are also reports, and they have been confirmed, that he is now one of the highest earners in Bayer Leverkusen. Now his salary was expected to increase to at least 3 million euros per year, a top earner in Bayer Leverkusen. And of course, this has actually increased his value. Now, when Al Nassr did come knocking, we were expecting it to be a deal gone through, but of course, like we are saying, we are hearing now that his injury was part of the reason that Al Nassr didn't go through with the deal and eventually settled with Aston Villa's John Duran. During the last hour of deadline day, Fulham reportedly made contact with AC Milan for none other than Samuel Chukwueze. Yes, Fulham did come through making contact for Samuel Chukwueze just in the last hour of deadline day, but that deal did not seem to go through. It was eventually off the charts as no agreement was made between the two clubs. And as we still say it now, Chukwueze is still an AC Milan player, but he is still on the list of players that AC Milan are willing to let go eventually. It can still happen. He might leave in the summer. He will still leave AC Milan as it stands. Yes, Chukwueze is still an AC Milan player, and there was no deal with Fulham. Now let's talk about another news that actually did come as a shock. I do not know if I would would say it's good news, but at the same time, it is still news. Kelechi Iheanacho has joined Championship side Middlesbrough on loan from Sevilla. Yes, if you do not know Middlesbrough, they are Division 2 after the English Premier League. Yes, if you do not understand, when clubs do get relegated, they go somewhere. Now, talking about the Division 2, Middlesbrough is there, and Kelechi Iheanacho has joined Middlesbrough until the end of the season from Sevilla. Yes, Sevilla agreed to a loan deal for Kelechi Iheanacho, I beg your pardon, because he has had serious issue and is currently struggling with Sevilla. Now, Iheanacho actually has already arrived in England and was introduced to the fans yesterday ahead of his loan move to Middlesbrough. And now, even though we are wishing Iheanacho all the best, I hope he is back to Sevilla soon with a better form and better than he's ever been. Now, still on another Nigerian that is involved in the transfer window, talking about Southampton have completed the signing of striker and forward Victor Udo from Royal Antwerp. Yes, the 20-year-old Nigerian has signed a 3.5-year deal. This time around, it is not a loan deal. He has signed a 3.5-year deal with Southampton, keeping him to the summer of 2028. Yes, 2028 at the St. Mary's. He is staying with Southampton till then, and that is, of course, what we have on Nigerians that have been involved in this transfer window. Now, let's talk about what happened with other players, of course, talking about the EPL. Who are the highest spenders this time? None other than Man City. The loss against Arsenal was too much. It was just too much, and they had to go still on deadline day and sign Nico Gonzalez. Yes. Man City have increased their spending this transfer window to 180 million pounds. Yes, you heard me right, 180 million pounds. And Nico Gonzalez is the highest of them. He was bought for nothing less than 59 million pounds. I beg your pardon. Yes, 59 to 60 million pounds. Now the 23-year-old midfielder has signed a 4.5-year deal to stay at the Etihad, yes, till the summer of 2029. Yes, and of course this brings their total to 180 million pounds, like I said, in this transfer window. Now let's break it down for you with the 180 million. They signed Omar Mamouche, the 25-year-old Egyptian striker from Eintracht Frankfurt, for a 4.5-year deal as well to the summer of 2029, and that was for 60 million. That was for 60 million pounds as well. Now Victor Reyes was also signed. The 19-year-old Brazilian was signed from Palmeiras for a 4.5-year deal as well, and that was for 30 million pounds. And we have Abdul Kadir Kusanov, who is also from Uzbekistan, and he will be the first Uzbekistan player to actually feature in the Premier League. The first time in history a person from Uzbekistan will be playing in the Premier League, and he was signed for nothing less than 34 million pounds, and this is what brings their tally to 180 million. Maybe this is what Guardiola needs to move forward. Maybe the hurt from Arsenal's defeat was too much. Now, of course, another big spenders, not really big spenders, but another club that signed much players will be Aston Villa. Aston Villa signed Rashford on loan, Marco Asensio, and Axel Disasi, Dorian Marlin, and Andreas Garcia. Oh my God, I don't know what Aston Villa is cooking, but we are ready to see and of course enjoy the meal in this Premier League. Now with this, we come to the end of our sports drive today. See you next time. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.